The latest briefs.
And good morning to you as well.
All right, gentlemen. The time has come to figure out precisely what's going on in the Borderlands.
The reports and rumors coming out of there are getting wilder by the day. Ghosts, men with the heads of wolves, satanic sacrifices, the dead rising from their graves, and no less than 5 sightings of the devil himself.
The last part is especially surprising, since Vlad hasn't been anywhere near those parts in almost a year.
I hope you're still as amused when I make you scrub the toilets all night.
So it's finally happened. The rabble has gone off the deep end.
Surely we're not going to waste our time on peasant superstitions.
Initially, we weren't.
Found some of them quite amusing, in fact.
However, recently we've been hearing far more insidious whispers. Some of the commoners have got it into their heads that all this is the result of the Emperor having lost God's favor, and that unless a change is made at the very top, we will all soon be overrun by demonic forces.
I see.
These matters have a way of getting out of hand if left unchecked, so we should put an end to this business as quickly as possible. You will ride for the province of Blagayask together, then split up. Vlad and Eugene will go to the city of Blagayask itself. Dmitri, Nick, and Alex, you will investigate the surrounding villages and homesteads.
Our orders?
Investigate the precise source of these rumors. Find the main agitators spreading them, and persuade them to stop.
Or kill them. Either way works for us.
Any other questions?
Any chance that some of these rumors are true?
The dead come back to life and monsters summoned by the devil. Yes. You'd better bring a magic medallion and a silver sword. Wouldn't want Satan to catch you unprepared.
Are you serious?
Of course. Oh, and take some fireproof armor for all the dragons you'll be slaying.
There are dragons?
Oh yes. In fact, one could say we live in the age of
Stop teasing the boy, Vlad. Not everyone gets your brand of humor. No, Alex, there are no dragons and there are no monsters. Just wide-eyed peasants and whoever is filling their heads with this nonsense.
Right.
You ride immediately.
Yes, sir.
All right, gentlemen. This is where we split up. Good luck.
You too.
What are you looking at, Alex?
I think I see something. Over there in the bushes.
What is it?
I think it's a chest.
A chest? In the bushes? How did it get there?
Maybe it fell off a wagon.
Then grew wings and flew up that hill.
Let's have a look.
It's locked.
Maybe there's a key nearby.
Finding a chest in the middle of nowhere is unlikely enough. If we were to find the key to it as well, that would defy credulity entirely.
And why the hell do we even need a key? It's a chest, not a vault. Let's just break it open.
Sorry.
Something inside. Looks like a sword.
That's it? One sword?
Who would use a whole chest to store a single sword?
And why would they just leave it out here in the wilds?
It feels right for some reason.
What are you doing?
I'm taking the sword.
What for? You have a sword.
Maybe it's better than the one I have.
Better how? A sword is a sword. They're all more or less the same, except the one you have is clean and sharp, and this one is old, rusty, and covered in God knows what.
Maybe I can sell it.
Sell it to whom? Who would buy a rusty old sword you found in the bushes?
And why would you want to? You know we get paid a salary by the service, right?
Did you already blow all your money? Gambling problem?
If you need a...
All right.
Imperial Guard! We're saved! The Emperor himself sent him here to save us from these horrors.
Nay, you fool. Wasn't you listening? That tyrant doesn't care about us one whit. They must be spirits. Demons come to hurt the lady.
All right, what have we here?
They look so real.
We are real, idiot. Now get your hands away from me before I cut them off.
You will not touch the lady. We'll give our lives for her, to the man.
Must be some lady.
What's it to you?
You are after her! Die, foul spirits!
The lady! They've come for the lady!
Time to die.
Oh, that was unexpected. What will possess a common...
They did not seem...
Don't be...
It appears...
Lead the way, Alex.
What? Why me? I thought you were in charge.
That's your first mission with us. Therefore, we have to assess your abilities, and that includes your judgment. So, lead the way.
And don't worry. If you try to do something too stupid, we'll let you know.
Thanks.
At your service.
Whoa! What if I fail your test?
Don't worry. We know exactly how to deal with people who have seen too much. In fact, that's one of our specialities.
Wonderful.
You shouldn't complain. You're lucky that you have us evaluating you. The guys I had, Andre and Yuri, don't know which one was the bigger hard ass. When I suggested we rest after 3 straight days on the road, Yuri called me a pussy and said a bitch like me would never make it.
Sure sounds like him.
And when I finally dozed off in the saddle on the 4th day, Andre smacked me in the head so hard I fell off my horse.
They sound charming. Can't wait to meet them.
I wouldn't be in a hurry if I were you.
Where are they now?
Killed in action. Both.
Hey! Whoa!
Halt! Who goes there? A pox upon your half-wit. Can't you see these Imperial Guard? Forgive the fool, my lords. Welcome to Ayleswood.
Who is in charge here?
Our alderman lives in the 3rd house on the left.
Thank you.
Imperial Guard.
Imperial officers,
Long live His Imperial Majesty.
the Emperor's men.
God bless you, my lords.
God bless His Imperial Majesty.
Quick, woman. Bread, salt, and victuals. My lords, I am Osip, the village alderman. To what do we owe the honour?
We've heard some interesting tales about these parts.
To put it mildly.
Good Lord be praised. I knew His Majesty would not leave us to these evil spirits. Oh, thank ye, my lords. Thank ye. I thought we were goners for sure.
Calm down. We're here to help. Tell us what's going on here.
Oh, please, have a seat. It's as if hell itself. You honour us, my lords.
Those beasts you mentioned. Tell us more.
Aye, my lord. It began about a moon ago. One night, we heard strange like sounds coming from the woods.
Woods at night are always full of strange noises.
Nay, my lord. These were screams. Inhuman, piercing screams. Myself and some of the boys from the village, we crept up there to take a look, we did, and we saw wicked beasts. They walked as men, but they had the heads of wolves, with great red eyes, burning with the fires of hell, led by a great big one they were, tall as 3 men it was, and it had horns. Giant, wicked horns. Come to think of it, my lords, 'twas no mere beast, but the devil himself. Of that I'm certain. He looked at me with his evil eye, and that's...
That's enough. Go back to the beginning.
Huh? What's that?
This time, keeping in mind that lying to an Imperial officer is a capital offence.
Capital, my lord? As in where His Majesty lives?
As in if you lie to us again, we'll hang you.
Oh, beg mercy, my lord, I did.
Did you see this devil or not?
Nay, my lord. But the rest be true.
You saw men with heads of wolves.
Lord Almighty, strike me down if I'm lying. We saw them, and then we ran. We ran for our lives.
Was there anything else?
Aye. The village cemetery near the woods. A week ago, something dug up some of the graves at night.
Did they take anything?
The bones that was resting there. We found the graves empty.
Could it have been grave robbers?
Robbers? We's poor folk, we are. We don't bury our dead with naught of value.
And what would a robber want with bones? Nay, my lord.
We were attacked by...
Aye, my lord. Ordinary men they were until recently, but now their minds are gone, taken by demonic powers.
Right. Are they from around here?
But nay, my lord, they are passers-by, bedevilled by that infernal witch. Took their minds, she has. Now they loiter around our village, steal our crops and livestock and harass our girls. Our boys had to take up arms to keep them at bay.
A strangely mundane activity.
'Tis so. She was once just an old woman, our healer. She lived in that house on the hill or yonder since I was a little boy. She kept to herself mostly, but one day this spring, she disappeared without a trace.
Making a pact with the devil.
Is this story going somewhere?
Aye, my lord. A fortnight ago, she comes back, but she was changed.
How so?
Her hair, her face, and her breath.
Why was you looking at her breast, you old pervert?
Oh, you daft wench! Because she bewitched me! I'm a...
Oh, ye and every other man in the village. Not to me. The devil...
Has the witch...
Aye, my lord. She tried. She tried, but we wouldn't let her. The day after she reappeared, she came down from her hill to the village square to work. Oh, menfolk. Oh, they grew. But us, she tried to protest, but we wouldn't listen to her lies. We drove her away with the Holy Cross, we did. And, oh,
Get to the part where she hurt someone.
Aye, my lord. Good Lord have mercy. No man here would ever say such a thing. We love the Emperor as we do our father, one and all.
Aye, my lord. You'll not hear such talk in this village.
But you have heard such talk elsewhere.
Have mercy, my lord. We's God-fearing folk we are. We know better than that.
All right. Thank you for the information. We'll see if we can work out what's going on here.
Clean and feed our horses in the meantime.
Aye, my lords. God be with you.
Well then, the last time I heard such tales was from my grandmother when I was a little boy.
There has to be something behind them, though. Clearly he's exaggerating.
Gentlemen, I require your assistance.
What's the matter?
I'm a merchant, stranded in this village.
What? And sure.
Are you out?
Wait! What about an orange sword? It's orange, my lords! Orange!
Someone
The bridge.
can't rule.
I don't-
Does that...
That grave over there. It's fresh.
The alderman didn't mention any recent deaths in the village.
No.
My lords, I am at your service.
Was there a recent death in the village?
Nay, my lord. Why'd you ask?
Why is there a freshly dug grave in the cemetery then?
Oh, aye, my lord. There was a death, but 'twas not in the village. One of our boys, the beasts tore into pieces they did, near the old monastery, south of here. Some men from there brought us his body a few days ago.
I know the place. A few hours' ride from here.
Why didn't you mention that to us earlier?
I was afeard to commit a capital crime, my lords. I took your warning to heart.
We warned you against telling us tall tales. Hard facts are something else entirely.
Beg pardon, my lord. I was a simple man. I didn't know.
Do you know anything about his death?
Only that it must have been the beasts. No mortal man has that sort of wicked strength.
Was there a recent death in the village?
Nay, my lord. Why'd you ask?
Why? That's it for now. Goodbye.
God be with you.
Torn to shreds by beasts.
That was an order, not a request.
I-
Ugh, the smell.
All right. Let's try to figure out what happened to him. Well, not exactly torn to shreds, but still. Both arms and one leg set.
The alderman spoke true.
It's a big and mysterious...
Poetic. Take a look at his cover. Rope.
Someone...
Say what you will, but no man has such strength. We're dealing with a monster, and an intelligent one at that.
More so than you, apparently. Don't speak nonsense.
But he's right, my lord. Only a beast could have did this.
Yes, and that beast was a common horse.
But, my lord, why would a horse wish to kill a man?
Perhaps he was mistreating it, he was.
Aye. Or maybe he didn't feed her proper and she got hungry.
His arms and legs were tied to horses. That's where the rope burns came from. Then his limbs were torn from their sockets. He was quartered.
Why? We didn't think of that, my lord.
Shocking.
We've seen enough. Bury him again.
Aye, my lord.
Brutal way to die.
Who could have done that to him? And why?
Certainly not Imperial men. At least not in any official capacity. This sort of punishment is no longer practiced in the Empire. Not even for high treason.
Maybe it was personal.
A dagger in the back, a poisoned drink, an axe to the head at most. That's how one gets rid of a personal enemy. But to have a man quartered? What the hell is going on in those homesteads?
I take it that's our next stop?
First, I'd like to have a look at that witch.
Fuck your mother! What a fool you are!
Why am I a fool?
Why? Who flipped over the cart with all the pots on it? Probably got sauced like a pig last night again.
I had a little. So what?
So what? Pick 'em up!
Why me?
According to the Elderman, the witch's house should be up this hill.
I wonder if there's going to be a trail of breadcrumbs.
We'll find out soon enough.
The alderman painted quite the picture of this witch. Lush black hair and large, supple breasts. Sounds like my kind of foul magic.
Aren't you worried?
About what?
That she might turn you into a frog.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
I'll be alright. Besides, all you'd need to do is take me to a princess and have her give me a kiss.
That only works if it's true love.
What's not to love?
Right. Still, I think I'd rather keep you in my pond as a pet.
Glad to know I can count on you.
Don't worry. I'll feed you nothing but the finest flies and mosquitoes in the Empire.
Friend indeed.
The lady! They've come for the lady!
Kill him!
You won't touch the lady!
such dashing officers. To what do I owe the pleasure, gentlemen?
The pleasure is...
Right.
Only stories I owe, and that...
Well, she certainly seemed pretty easy, but I don't know if I'd go so far as the Devil's Whore. I wouldn't mind getting to know her a bit. Shame we're in a rush.
Seemed like a nice enough girl to me. And it's not exactly surprising that the local women aren't thrilled by her presence.
What is surprising is the dedication of the men protecting her. Something's off here. I've seen frightened men, but not like this.
Maybe it's not about fear.
What then?
Did you see her?
She's all right.
All right. If Alex and I weren't here, you'd be getting to know her a bit right now.
Oh, sure, I'd fuck her. I wouldn't die for her. These men did the opposite. That's what I don't understand.
You've never seen a man give his life for a beautiful woman.
I have. And I've never been able to understand it.
Why do I even bother?
We need to find that wise man in the homesteads. All right, let's go to the old monastery and talk to this wise man.
I wish we do less talking and more killing. You know, get straight to the action.
What? Why? Where's the fun in that?
Running about mindlessly shooting things is the pastime of an idiot.
Besides, we already killed more men in 1 hour than most people do in a lifetime.
There's some...
Ready to go?
Lead the way. Hey! Where are we exactly? I've never been this far south before.
These lands were occupied by the Avlazar Empire for nearly 4 years during the last war, until our armies pushed them back across the Valessa River and all the way into their territory.
Right. That was 2 years ago. They taught us about that at the academy.
Did they also mention... that shortly afterwards, the Ablazars crushed our army and pushed us back across that damn river.
They did. But they were careful to underline that we suffered that defeat because of treachery by some of our allies, and unfortunate circumstances. They stressed that no mistakes were made by our leadership.
Of course. 4 years of war, 100,000 dead, and the border remains unchanged. Yet no one made any mistakes.
War is war, but this land is rightfully and historically ours.
Not sure how much that matters to the men lying in the ground.
Hey!
Lord save us. The spirits. They slaughtered everyone in Haleswood. Now they have come for us. Oh, good Lord, have mercy. God save us.
God have mercy!
Holy Father who art in heaven, deliver us from these evil spirits.
Stay back, foul demons! Stay back!
Is there something in the water? What the hell is wrong with you men?
Ye can speak.
Imagine that.
Then, you know spirits? Every...
Aye.
Imperial Guardsmen.
Yes. And we have some questions.
Kill them!
Too slow! Come here, bitch! Who's next?
This keeps getting stranger and stranger. The brigands at the village were out of their mind. These seem to have their wit.
The Imperial... Let's check... Down.
Rumors are one thing, but that certainly wasn't the welcome I expected.
It's not that surprising. Imperial control over these lands has always been strenuous at best. The people out here are nominally subject to the Emperor, but they have always had an independent streak. Multiple rebellions and uprisings have started right in these homesteads. I'm sure you've read about the more notable ones in history books.
I have, although they mostly glamorize the commanders that crushed the rebels, without going into detail about what caused them to rebel in the first place.
You're in luck. You have the opportunity to ask them in person.
And who knows? They may even tell you before they cut your throat.
Can they be reasoned with?
We are the Emperor's men, Alex. His enemies are our enemies. That's all there is to it.
Go!